Airflow 2002, contact Sheremetyevo Tower 131.5, have a good flight and landing.
131.5, Airflow 2002, thank you, bye-bye.
Northland 325, contact Sheremetyevo
Okay,
Tower
good evening,
131.5,
welcome. Just bear with me a second and I'll get this shared and then we'll get going. Hey James, so I know I said I'm going to be streaming with the CRJ, but SIM Update 5 has broken everything, man. Literally everything. There's not very many aircraft that are still working, which is unfortunate, but such is the way. Okay, so I'll get this shared, give me a second, and then we'll get going. So we are on the ground in Moscow. I've changed the time. Obviously, we don't want to be leaving while it's too dark. So I have changed the time. But we will get going very soon. Okay, so we're using VATSIM again, as normal. We're in the 747, she's not running at the moment. As I say, we are in Moscow. Oh, that's one I need to sort out. So, Pobeda livery. See this little purple that's going on inside? This is another thing since SIM Update 5, it's literally broken everything. Which is fantastic. Sheremetyevo, can't say that. Moscow ground, good evening. KLM 1664, type 747 at stand 120, requesting IFR clearance to Amsterdam as filed. Oh, I've not filed it yet.
KLM 1664,
yes, I have.
ground, good evening. You cleared to Amsterdam. Departure correction runway 24 center, yes. Departure Stockholm Hotel. Initial climb 5,000 feet. Correction feet. After departure, contact Sheremetyevo radar 122.7. Squawk 1515.
Clear to Amsterdam, runway 24 center, Toknu 1 hotel departure. Initial climb 5,000 feet. After departure, contact approach on 122.7 and squawk 1515, KLM 1664.
KLM 1664, repeat correct.
Excellent. Right, okay, let's get the squawk in there straight away. Happy days, squawk's in, everything else is in. I've already set 5,000, so we're good there. 250 is the speed on departure. Okay, there may be an issue with fuel. We'll see. We'll just, if I have to, I'll just keep bumping up the fuel. It is what it is. Okay. So we've got our clearance to go. Hey Latif, how's it going, mate? Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Информация на вылет
There's a
принята.
British Airways
Рассчитывали
747 there
согласно
as well.
плану в Самару. Аэрофлот 56.
Аэрофлот 56.
Wait till he's finished and then we'll ask for our push and start. I'll just disconnect
Полоса 24
the jetway.
Вылет по схеме Токну 1 хотел. Первоначальный набор 5000
We'll
футов.
get the tug connected as well there.
Шереметьево. Круг 122,7. И сквок 15-20.
В работе 24 центральная, поток на 1 хотел, первоначально 5000. После взлета работаем с 2,7.
I don't really know how to say it, mate. It's like Sheremetevo, something like that.
506 записано верно.
Okay, let's request this to go then. Sheremetevo. Sheremetevo ground, KLM 1664, requesting push and start. Should be push and start, but face east.
1664 push and start approved. Start point, mic 2.
I got push and start approved. I didn't catch the last. Sorry, KLM 1664.
KLM 1664. Start point, mic 2.
Start point mic 2, KLM 1664. Not sure what it means by that. Let's have a look at that.
Победа 367, Шереметьево руление. Добрый вечер. Повторите, пожалуйста.
Победа 367, предполет, связи.
Yeah, okay, right, I see.
Победа 367, слушаю вас.
So, let me just click this, and then this will load up. This will load up Navigraph for you guys, so I can show you exactly what he's just told me. Okay, so he said start point mic 2. Mic 2 is there. So we're here right now. We're going to get pushed back, turn, and then that's going to be the start point. We're going this way to this runway here, which is that one. There we go. Started pushing me back, I don't know why, I didn't ask it to.
Вылет согласно плану разрешаю. В работе полоса 24 центральная, по схеме ТОК-1 поправка. Наверное, по схеме ТОК-1 хотел, первоначальный набор 5000 футов. После взлета работы Шереметьево круг 122,7 и сквок 15-16.
Мы сейчас одного разрешили в рабочей полосе 24 центрально по схеме ТОК. Ограничен набор 5000 футов, после взлета работы 122,7, ответчик 1516, победа 367.
Победа 367, записано верно.
I'll have to change that and fix it. There we go. Okay. Let's do the pushback then. And let's get these engines started. It's been a while since I've flown this aircraft, I'm going to forget how to start it up now. There it is. Hey Elliot, how's it going, mate? So we've got to do a turn here, tight turn. Oh, that's a lot of dust on the ground. What's going on there? A lot of dust getting kicked up from these wheels. Okay, so we'll go taxi lights on. So we are now at our start point. We'll get flaps to 5. Speed brake armed. 1515. Tower is now offline, so we need to set .com 221 122.7. KLM 1664 ready for taxi.
KLM 1664 taxi to holding point runway 24 center via November 7, Bravo and Bravo 7.
November 7. Taxi to holding point 24 center via November 7, Bravo and Bravo 7. KLM 1664. We're flying to Amsterdam, mate. Moscow to Amsterdam. Here we go, we're starting taxi. This is quite a limited airport in terms of what's on the ground. It is under development. It's a third-party airport from VATSIM.to, as most of my airports are. Completely free, and it is being improved. Being made better day by day. Oh, November 7 was that right there. KLM 1664, apologies, missed November 7. Am I okay for November 8? My textures. November 8, KLM 1664. So my textures are missing quite a bit here. So I'm gonna, this is gonna look very strange, but we're gonna go over the ground basically. I'll show you the actual airport. So we're now turning onto a taxiway that is partially here. And then we're going to have to go straight down here, which is straight down there. It's unfortunate, it is unfortunate. Hey Tonka, the sim itself I got from Steam, mate. I went through Steam. The reason I went through Steam, the only reason I went through Steam, is because Steam does the refund policy where if you don't like something after 2 hours you can refund it. But there was no danger of that happening. I absolutely love this game. Sim game, whatever you want to call it. It's both to me. Check the taxi lights are on correctly. Yeah, okay, so as I said, it looks strange. We're going along the ground right now, but this is what we're really doing. We're here. It should be there really, I suppose. So it should be on this bit here, but it's just not put in properly. Tonka, on my YouTube, I've got a video of exactly how to install liveries from FlightSim.to. If you have a watch of that, I guarantee you won't be having problems anymore. So you'd be able to find it there on YouTube, mate. Just look on my channel, how to install liveries, you'll see it. Okay, it's interesting. I'm actually having to use the map to see where I'm supposed to be taxiing. as to where I actually am taxiing. So this is a taxiway here, it's just not on the in the game at the moment. Yeah, no worries, Tonka. It's not that long. There will be something that you've either missed or not done correctly, but hopefully that video will sort out your problems nicely for you there. Okay, we are going to have to increase the fuel at some point. Something's not quite right with the fuel. We'll have a look into it. So that's the runway we're taking off, at least that's there, that's good. Let's get these bleeds on. Bleeds are on there, and we'll go APU off now as well. And we'll just check. Strobes are on. Landing lights are on.
Аэрофлот 56, ожидайте, брейк KLM 16, correction KLM 1664, contact Sheremetyevo. Rater 122.7, have a good flight and landing.
Over to 122.7, thank you very much for the cover, KLM 1664. Sheremetyevo approach, KLM 1664, ready to go, runway 24 center.
KLM 1664, Sheremetyevo radar, good evening. Surface is variable between 220 and 260 degrees, 4 meters per second, runway 24 center, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 24 center, KLM 1664. Okay, let's get on this runway. Oh yeah, you'll get those liveries, mate. I've got hundreds of liveries in my community folder, absolutely hundreds. If you do end up having loads of liveries and loads of stuff in your community folder, because all the custom airports and all sorts of stuff works with it, I recommend getting the Microsoft add-ons linker, which is also free on flightsim.to, and that installs exactly the same way. But yeah, you'll see once you watch the video, you'll see it's really simple to get the liveries. You literally just drag and drop after you've extracted after download. Okay, here we go then, let's hope this works. First flight in the 747 after SIM update 5. We are using Salty mod. Obviously there's been problems with pretty much everything after SIM update 5, so we'll see how it goes. Fingers crossed we're good. I did have an issue the other day where I was in an A320 and it nosedived. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. It's already telling me fuel's low when it shouldn't be, but we'll see. Here come the V speeds. V1. Rotate. Something started clicking there. Gear up, positive climb, and over to autopilot. Let's see what it does. Please do the correct thing. Don't try and kill me. KLM 1664, passing 1,800.
KLM 1664 identified, climb unrestricted to flight level 130.
Unrestricted climb to flight level 130, KLM 1664. Oh, that's too high. There we go then, 130 coming up. got me unrestricted, so I'll get to 270 speed for now. Let's have a look. There goes Moscow Airport. Away from us there. Moscow itself down to the south somewhere. Absolutely flying up to 13,000 here. There we go, I was trying to find the wing views. There we go, that's nice and quiet, isn't it? Beautiful. It's fantastic. Let's turn this guy up a little bit, he is a bit quiet. We'll just get back into the cockpit quickly. There we go, right, up to 13,000. That was very quick. Unrestricted. That's the way it is. Okay, seatbelt sign off there. That was a very quick climb to 13,000. It should not have been that quick. But never mind. Literally about 10 miles from the airport and we're up. Oh well. So far so good. Sim update 5 here, obviously. For those of you that don't know, absolute game breaker it has been. The third party devs and all devs have been absolutely flapping to try and get things in order. We're gonna have to keep an eye on the fuel. I did set it from SimBrief, but it's telling me low fuel already. So we'll see what happens there. May have to do a mid-air refuel. I know that's not the way things should be. Let's just get the oil brakes off for now. But it's unfortunately the way things have to be. So I'll have a little look at the route. The area control is probably going to contact me soon. So we don't need any of them anymore. Let's get rid of all of these. Could probably do that one. Yeah, there we go.
KLM 1664 shortly leaving by airspace. Now feasibility available. Monitor Unicom 122.8. Bye bye.
122.8. Thank you to you and your friend over there for the cover.
Bye.
Okay, there we go. So we're out of Moscow airspace now, on our way through the rest of Europe, and we're gonna, well, it's gonna be a while. We're still in Russia yet. We're gonna get the climb up, continuing to what we should be cruising at, which is 38,000 tonight. So we'll get that done now. It's pretty much like a private server, Tonka. So basically you log on to something called vPilot, and then you set your settings to group players only, so you see all the players that are on VATSIM. You can set it to all live players if you want, but that would just have traffic all over the place and it just wouldn't correspond with what you've seen on VATSIM. So you set it to group only, and then you see the players on VATSIM, and yeah, it's really good, especially when there's busy airspace. It's quite busy airspace over Europe tonight, so we'll probably hear a few controllers talking once we get over Poland and further west. In fact, no, we're not going over Poland. We're going over the Balkan states. Sorry, the Baltic states. So we're going over the Baltic states, so we won't be in controlled airspace until around Denmark. Hopefully, hopefully there will be controllers on around there. So let's just have a quick look. I'll give you the overlay. So there's the chart overlay there. We'll do this in dark mode. It's a bit better. And we'll go world map as well. Okay, so that is us leaving Moscow. We're going to be over Russia for a while yet. And then we're going to cross over into Latvia. So straight into Latvia, out over the Baltic, and head towards Sweden and Denmark there. Just into German airspace briefly as we make our way into the Netherlands. Okay, but that's our route. Quite high north. We're going to get up to 38,000 now. And this is an absolutely crazy climb, but once we're up there at 38,000, I'm going to increase that speed and the time will come right down. At the moment it's saying 3 hours 10 minutes. That's not going to be the case at all. I'll probably say it's going to be a lot closer to 2 hours when the speed gets up there. Yeah, it should be a nice route. I don't know what the weather's like en route. I didn't check that actually. Didn't check what the weather was like, so we might unfortunately have cloud cover the whole way. However, at the moment I like this broken cloud because you get the cloud feature, but you also get to try and spot things on the ground. Spotting airfields is a favourite pastime of mine while we're flying. Probably should be watching the controls. Okay, so this left turn here will be the end of the departure, and then we'll be into our own flight route here now. Sorry, flight plan. So Tom cried, I missed your last comment. VATSIM, mate, it's one of them. Like, I had the advice not to do it until you're ready. And if you stuck to that advice, you'd never do it. Because there's times now where I still feel like sometimes I'm not sure what I'm doing. I probably shouldn't say that. But you learn as you do it. I certainly did anyway. And I watched quite a lot of videos before I did any flights, and then I also did observer mode as well. Which is where you log onto the system, but you're not visible to other players, but they're all visible to you. So you can start to run through the procedures just like that, and you can hear what other players are doing, and then you can do the same. So it is possible to not do it until you know exactly what you're doing, but I highly recommend just jumping in and giving it a go. I really do. Most controllers as well are very friendly, apart from the ones in Germany I've found, as some of my regular viewers will know. No, that's a lie. A lot of controllers in Germany are okay. Okay, here we go. We're getting some interesting weather going on. Let's see what the temperature's at. Temperature's normally the indicator. -11 at 27,000. I think it should be a lot more than that. Hang on. Sat -35. That's probably about more right. About correct. We'll see when we get to 38 what it says. So yeah, I really recommend jumping in and just giving it a go. I really enjoy it. And there's times, honestly, like there's been times where I'm sweating at the end of the microphone because you get mic fear. You really do. It's like stage fright. But you got to just do it. You got to just do it. Jump in, enjoy it. A lot of it if an airport's not busy, a controller will be really friendly with you and help out. Like, they'll be more than willing to help out. Tonka, how long have you been updating for? It took me 23 hours. 23 hours, mate. I couldn't believe it. Not because of the size of the update, just because the Microsoft servers were terrible at the time. I did update as soon as it came out though, so it took a long time, man. A long time. Okay, so far so good. So there is one thing I do want to see. I'm going to have a look on a program called VATSIM, which allows me to see my flight and other flights on VATSIM. And that'll give me an idea of how correct my my altitude is. There is a bug at the moment. There's been an altitude bug, so we'll see how it goes. So it's pretty close at the moment. It's saying 30,400, but it takes a while to update. 31.6. Yeah, okay. We'll go off that for now. We'll see once we're cruising if it's correct or not. Time has come down below 3 hours now. Once I get to cruising altitude, we'll increase the speed as much as we can and get that time right down. Yeah, it sucks, mate. It's been the same for everyone, and it's not been a good time. There's a lot broken with Sim Update 5 as well. There really is. I'm using the Salty747 mod for the 747, which is normally absolutely fantastic. I think they've just released a fix just before I played this today, and I got that installed. So they've updated their software, but a lot of the third-party devs are really struggling to get their stuff working with Sim Update 5. It's not been good all round, really. And there are various things. I'm not sure if there's anything wrong with this. Things look like a Christmas tree. I don't know if they're supposed to be. There are other aircraft where it is literally not. We'll get the anti-ice on auto just in case we get ice in effect there. Yeah, so Tonka, the 330s are broke. So there's only one A330. It's the PMP free version. It's not very good at the moment. But it is broke as well, so they're releasing a fix for that, which may improve it actually overall, because they had some things they needed to do to that aircraft anyway, and they just couldn't be bothered. And now it seems they will actually do some of those things to the A330. The A320, obviously, I assume you've played it before, but the fly-by-wire, they've just about got theirs fixed after Sim Update 5. Just got the fixes out over the last couple of days. But yeah, the PMP A330 is fully broke at the moment. Fully broken. It is going to be fixed, so I recommend joining the Discord servers. James, which... Yeah, so it needed updating. So they've released about 4 updates since it started crashing. And now it works. So you need to be on the latest dev version. If you don't have the latest development version of the fly-by-wire A32NX, you cannot play with the fly-by-wire aircraft. Okay, you have to be on the latest dev version. You need to download it through the fly-by-wire installer. There's no other way to download it. Do not use the marketplace version of the fly-by-wire. Yeah. I mean, if you need to join their Discords, man. They do say all this on there. People post all the time with exactly the same problem, and all they say is do not use the marketplace version. Make sure you download the development version off their installer. Once you download that, you can use it. So aircraft that are broken at the moment, the 787 Heavy Division isn't working correctly. The CRJ700 isn't working correctly. The fly-by-wire A32NX is just about there. The PMP A330 is not working. The A321 is not working. The Salty747 is working. Okay, just about. It's working though. Alright, there are generic issues that are covering all aircraft that they can't do anything about. However, the Salty747 seems to be working. I've encountered a problem here with the fuel, which I'm going to post about on their Discord and see what that is. Another time though. Right now, we're flying to SOSEP. Yeah, there's a lot of things not working in the sim right now. Yeah, I can't wait for the 380 Tonka. It's been a long time in the making. Well, I say a long time. The game's only been out a year, but yeah, it's I can't wait for it. I'll tell you what else to look out for as well. The PMDG guys, they've only released the DC6 so far. They're apparently well known throughout the sim world. I'm not a simmer from previous years. I started simming when Microsoft Flight Sim came out. But PMDG are a big brand, and they have got a 737 on the way, which is supposed to be amazing. They've got a 777 on the way as well, and there was something else. They are bringing out a 747 as well, I think there is. So James, there is an A340 in development. I think it's freeware. I do think it's freeware. I'm not sure though. Don't quote me on that. I know there's an A350. I'd imagine there's an A330, 340 as well. There's a Embraer. I don't know how to say that. Embraer. E170. There's the 17 jets coming out for free. Don't buy the one that's in the marketplace. As usual, the marketplace stuff is trash. Yeah, 100% Tonka. Now I've got a little secret to tell you about the Captain Sim 777. Now I know their initial launch was an absolute abysmal failure, and they did some really bad stuff they shouldn't have done. Okay, but they released the 300 version and the F cargo version for $20. Okay, so around £18. I wouldn't say they're worth it. However, there are mods on flightsim.to for free, so modifications which make the plane fly well, and they make it use the Salty Sim systems. After installing those mods, it's a decent aircraft, especially the interior, because the interior of the 777 is fantastic. I'm not going to lie. But it just flies like a piece of crap. They just gave up on it, and it's a shame. It is a shame. They could have made a great aircraft, and they probably could have charged some decent money for it if they'd have bothered, but they just wanted a quick buck, and that's what they got. But I have bought the Captain Sim 777-300, and at some point I will be using that to stream, and I'll show you guys. But I have no doubts that the PMDG version of the 777, whenever that's coming out, probably next year, not this year, is going to blow that thing out of the water. It will be absolutely fantastic. If the DC6 is anything to judge by, I myself haven't used the DC6 because I only use like prop aircraft when I'm flying on IL-2. So the old World War II style birds I fly on IL-2. I don't want to buy one of them for a game that I play on another side as well. So I didn't go for the prop. However, if a DC3 comes out in this game that's decent, I'll probably buy that. Not a DC6 though. Yeah, so Tonka, there's also a free version 737 coming out, which is supposed to already be better than the produced one. or Bread Oak 3D, whatever it's called. That is made by Qubit, and he's hosting that on the PMP servers when it does come out. It's not ready yet. He keeps releasing updates every now and then. I'm hoping it's going to be soon, but we'll see. There's plenty of stuff coming. There's plenty of freeware stuff coming. There's plenty of freeware stuff already out. FlightSim.to is full of free aircraft. It's full of free liveries, free airports, free vehicles of all types. Okay, having a look at VATSPy here. Surprisingly, Tallinn in Estonia is online, so this we're not going to go into because we're going through Latvia, unfortunately, but the whole of Estonia is online. They've got controllers there. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, Tonka, once you've got your head around the 320, the rest is pretty easy. Hey Martin, how's it going, mate? Yeah, I mean, the fly-by-wire A320 Tonka is A320 Neo, so A32NX, is really good. When it works, I don't know if it's working at the moment. I need to check that. I'm pretty sure it's still broke because of Sim Update 5. They've got a pretty extensive knowledge base on their Discord. They've got like manuals, and there's loads of videos as well. I learnt to fly on the A320, and then everything else was pretty easy to pick up after that. Right, okay, we are at a cruising altitude, so I could have increased this speed. Let's do that now. Time to go is 2 hours 20. That's going to come down now. Just increase the speed. Let's see what we can get it to. Right, I'll be right back. 2 minutes. I've just got to let the dog outside. She's asking to go out, so I'll let her out. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Alright, let's have a quick look outside. See where we are. Got some nice cloud formations going here as well. These look like swamplands, let's have a look. Yeah, loads of little river systems. So we're near Andreapol. Not sure where that is. Toropets. Very far south of St. Petersburg. Closer to Moscow than we are St. Petersburg. I don't know Russia very well. Time to go is down to 2 hours 10 minutes. We're a little bit offline there, not sure why that is. As long as we hit the waypoint, that's alright. Let's just do a direct to. And that'll put us on our own line there. Hopefully it'll now stick to that. And we'll see how it goes. Approaching 2 hours to go. Hopefully Amsterdam will still be online by the time we get there, so 2 hours time. The Amsterdam radar has only been online for 3 minutes, so there's a strong chance he could be online. But basically what we've got at the moment is Swedish controls online, so we'll have control there. No Danish controllers on, so we'll probably lose control as we pass from Sweden to Denmark. A bit of German Bremen radar. They may be offline by the time we get there, they've been on quite a while. And then Amsterdam radar has just come online, so we may still have cover there. Fingers crossed anyway, we'll see. Yeah, that's it, Tonka. The VATSIM guys are great. You know, they give up their spare time to control, but I mean, for them it's like, it's a lot of them, they do it because they enjoy doing it. Like we pretend to be pilots, they pretend to be controllers. I know I've seen on the forums that people have used it as like a training aid for real life if they're actually going to be a controller. I think they try and get it as real as possible for the pilots as well as the controllers, so yeah, they do the work, you know, they really do put the work in. Awesome. What are you? How are you gonna like learn to fly? What level are you gonna go to? Are you planning to do it as a job, or are you just gonna do it as a hobby on the side? Because I know over here to be an airline pilot, it's £100,000 from start to finish, roughly. And most people get a loan and then they hope they pass, and if they don't pass, they have to obviously pay the loan back. I mean, they pay the loan back anyway, but it'd be a lot easier if you do pass as you got it. Nice, Tonka. So I know British Airways has a different approach to it. I think they... So on the if you've ever seen a British Airways recruitment, it says on there itself, we only take the best of the best. That's what they pride themselves on. So you got to be good, man. You got to be good. But of course, set your sights high. Get that pilot's license, and then worst case you could always fly for Ryanair. You never know. I'd love to fly for any company. It'd be fantastic. Bit too late in the day for me though. Oh, I'm seeing the pink on the livery. I need to look at fixing that. Yeah, it's the money more than anything, mate. It's the money. It's a bit. It wouldn't be a good time for me to take out £100,000 loan. But then again, if you're young, you can always join the RAF, learn to fly for free, and then just transfer later. 1,500 flying hours will get you a job as an airline pilot at BA. If you've been in the RAF. There we go, that was a shoot up in speed there, wasn't it? Yeah, well that's it, mate. I mean that's true. You can transfer. So as a pilot in the RAF, you can transfer to British Airways. They do a scheme where you can do direct entry to British Airways. You just need 1,500 flying hours on any aircraft. British Airways will take you. but obviously jobs have to be available. Oh, well, you may as well then. You may as well. Okay, Tonka, you've got to do a test on there as well. You do have to do a test. It's an open book test and all the answers are available on there. Okay, so let's have a quick look where we are. I think we're still over Russia right now. That's the VFR map. It's never a good one. Yeah, it's still over Russia, not long before, literally a couple of minutes before we cross into Latvia. Still no Latvian controllers online. The first control we're going to come into contact with will be Swedish control. So we'll pass through Latvia into Swedish airspace around... yeah, around there actually it is, I believe. So we'll pass into Swedish airspace around there. probably a bit further actually there, and then make our way through Sweden. No Danish controllers online, so we'll be covered till from about there till about here. Okay, and then we'll have no cover until we cross here, because Danish controller is online. So from there to there, quite a short stint actually with no VATSIM cover. And then we'll have German cover, hopefully if Bremen radar stays online. And then we'll be going down into the Netherlands, where currently there is a controller online again. We'll see if he's still here when we get there. So yeah, no cover for now, no cover over Latvia. We're about to cross into Latvia. But then once we get into Swedish controlled airspace, we should be able to have someone covering us, as long as they're still online when we get there. So far so good though, a direct 2 worked, climb's been good. So it's not been bad. About to leave Russia completely and cross into Latvia. Very soon indeed. So next waypoint, 28 miles is to go to the border to get us into Latvia. 28 miles to Latvia. Still good so far on the Salty747 mod. Only thing I have noticed is there was something wrong with the fuel, saying low fuel, and we brought the fuel in from SimBrief, so that shouldn't be the case, as far as I know. And you can see there's the livery issue, the pink back screen, as you look at it there. So that needs sorting out. But that's fine, I can do that another time. There is a fix. But we're well on our way now, less than 2 hours to go. 1 hour 52. See at the top here, time to go TTG, 1 hour 52 minutes. KLM 1664 the call sign, on our way to Amsterdam. thought we were flying in some cloud there. Sorry, I left on the zoomed in view. I was just looking at something else over the screen. That pink's annoying me. Vapor trails look alright though. Bit too close to the engine. They're pretty much coming out of the engine. That is us in Latvian controlled airspace now. Let's have a look. So yeah, we've crossed the border. Won't be long till we're over Riga. We're going pretty much direct over Riga, and then out through the western side, Lapia, in towards Sweden. Couple of aircraft nearby, not much at all. There's a Lufthansa A20 just ahead of us in Latvian airspace, but that's the only other aircraft here. There's one to the north, in fact there's three to the north in Estonia. Aeroflot very close to us. Things get a bit busier towards Sweden, and then Germany's obviously rammed. Amsterdam's pretty busy as well. I just hope that controller stays online, I really do. Fingers crossed. UK airspace is pretty much shut down. We've got a few tower controllers on and a couple of area, but no... sorry, a couple of approach, but no area controllers in the UK. There's been a lack of area controllers recently in the UK, which is a shame. Got some nice cloud formations ahead. Unfortunately, there's cloud cover a lot of the way there over this northern side of Europe. Hopefully it does open up a bit though. Thanks for these likes, guys. If you are watching for the first time, please do hit that follow button. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe as well. Do try and stream as regularly as possible. It's been a bit of a lull with flight. It's not been going good. Sim Update 5 destroyed the game pretty much, and people are slowly rebuilding it. Such is the way. No thanks. So I'm just having a look on the various discords there to see if there's any more information about what's broken, what's not. I see the A32NX, I think is pretty much there. Yeah, so the A32NX isn't in a good place right now, unfortunately. As well as pretty much every other. as well as every other piece of third-party content available right now. Okay. So we're approaching Riga. I believe that is Riga. Let's have a look. We'll go off the Navigraph. Yeah, so that's Riga there. We're literally over Riga city right now. But you can't see that because of the weather, unfortunately. We're high above that though, no worries for us. See quite a front there off to the north. Distance is 20 miles to Riga, which is right in the centre of Riga. Then we're about halfway over Latvia, as in Latvian controlled airspace. We'll be making our way towards Sweden. Okay, Bremen radar has gone offline. That's unfortunate. It was bound to happen though. It was bound to happen. Amsterdam's still there. Amsterdam. So Bremen is the German controllers. North Germany, they cover Hamburg. No, they don't cover Hamburg, that's the lie. In fact, yes, they do cover Hamburg, but they've gone offline. Hey Tonka, how's it going, mate? It's gone offline. Oh man. Right, okay, so we were gonna have VATSIM cover over Sweden, over Germany, and into Amsterdam, but now we're not. They've gone offline. It is late. 10:30 there. Maybe even later in Sweden, I'm not too sure. But yeah, Sweden and Germany have gone offline, so they will not be covering us VATSIM wise. It is a shame, but it is what it is. Awesome. Yeah, you do the little test and then you can start your account. You can go into observer mode then, and you don't. You have to download vPilot as well. But observer mode will allow you to just sit around an airport and listen to what's going on. It's really good. It's a clever little system. Hey Billy, how's it going, mate? Welcome to the stream. We're about midway through Latvia here, just past Riga. So there's Riga. You can't see it, unfortunately. The cloud cover's too thick behind us. Past Riga, making our way towards Liepaja, or Liepaja. Libya, don't know how to say it, and then we're going to be making our way towards Sweden. Sweden here, Denmark there, Germany here, into Amsterdam. So we'll see how it goes. VATSIM controllers were online, not anymore unfortunately. Amsterdam radar's still online, hopefully that remains through our flight, but that's yet to be seen. Yeah, I'm good, mate. Thank you very much. I'm glad I can play this game without it crashing. Touch wood. It's been a bad couple of days after the update, but we're getting there. You've just got an Xbox, nice. Did you get it for the sim by any chance, Billy? And good job getting one. I think, are they pretty hard to get hold of still, or is that not a thing anymore? done it for the sim, fair one. Ah, fair enough. Are you getting any controllers or anything to go with it here? Joysticks, throttles, you know the lot. Oh yeah, Billy, it's fantastic. It is fantastic. The last time I played a flight sim was Flight Unlimited. I don't know if I've given you this spiel or not, but yeah, man, that comparing it to that, it's an unbelievable scale. The planes were like squares, man. It was like flying on Minecraft. Yeah, it is. It's a shame though, this Sim Update 5 has pretty much broken the game for PC users. A lot of PC users though. Anyway, they'll get there again. In most updates there's always problems with the updates. There are always problems and then they fix them. This one's just brought a lot more problems than the previous ones, but it is the biggest update. So it'll be interesting to see if their fixes come thick and fast. I hope they do. No, it's not. It's not because of that. It's nothing to do with Xbox. It's other things they've done to the game. They've added a lot of things without telling people, and it's causing livery problems. There's a lot of crash to desktops going on. Basically, all the third-party content is pretty much unusable at the moment. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, it's one of those, mate. It'll all get fixed eventually. It will do. It'll get fixed. Okay, so it won't be long till we leave Latvia. 8 miles to the coastal city of Liepāja. There it is there. And then we're going to leave Latvia behind and head towards Sweden. One hour, 18 minutes to go. I nearly said 10 then, it looked like 10 to me. Time to go in the top there. Obviously that will change a little bit as we do get closer to Amsterdam and we start descending and slowing down. But for now it will remain. Been streaming for 1 hour 36 minutes, flying for about 1 hour. Took off after about 30 minutes of streaming. Doesn't seem that long when you're on the ground doing it, but yeah, I checked the time as we took off, it was just gone 30 minutes. I thought I was quicker than that. Never mind. Ground procedures take time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start loading up the charts that we need for Amsterdam into VATSIM here. See if that's gone across into... no. So that's the approach chart. We need to then get the... so that's the arrivals chart. We need to get the approach into 27. Which is this one here. We want the ILS, then the airport standard and parking stance. Now, because of how flat it is in Amsterdam, in Holland as a whole, you actually approach quite low. Let's have a... just close that, I didn't mean to. Let's have a quick look at the arrivals chart. So they'll have us down quite early, I'd imagine. See if there's any flight levels other than going too far there. So jet only needs to be at or below 260, 15 miles before eel. There's the eel. So 15 miles before eel, we need to be 26,000. And then we're approaching on this approach, so 26,000 there. RTIP is 10,000 for us. So in that time we've got to lose 16,000 feet. Get us down to RTIP at 10,000. Hopefully there will still be a controller there to descend us. Can only hope. I'm going to send the controller on a message actually. See if he's going to still be online. Fingers crossed he stays on for the time we need. So we need him in an hour's time, roughly. At 10 to 11. Which I believe is 10 to 10 UTC. Zulu time. Quick look where we are now. Over the Baltic. On our way towards Sweden. Just about hear the over voice there. So after this update they put in passenger sounds inside the aircraft. You just about hear it, very quiet. A little bit whispery actually, it was quite a lot in your ears, you know. I don't know if you could hear that. I could hear it in my headset. It's not the best sounds. Definitely doesn't sound like that on an aeroplane. Awesome. Thank you very much for the like there. If you do like what you see, please remember to hit that follow button. 1 hour, 10 minutes now to go until we arrive in Amsterdam. In the KLM 747 Salty747 mod. I do still love the way this livery looks. The KLM livery on all aircraft looks fantastic. It's sky blue with the white. It's beautiful. Always looking good on the Queen of the Skies. 747 here. It's a shame they're retiring this thing. But pretty soon the fly-by-wire A380 will be out, and then we can all use that instead. See how far we are from Sweden. We're in Swedish airspace now, so if there was a Swedish controller online, we would be getting covered there. So we're just going to touch that south tip of Sweden, and then make our way to Denmark. Amsterdam radar guy is still here, but he's not replied to me, which normally means they're going to leave soon, so I'm not holding my breath. We may get there with no VATSIM cover at all since Moscow, which is highly possible, but that's just the way it is. See which waypoint's going to put us over Swedish mainland. It's the next one after Kolja. Which is Elvix. Yeah, that one there, Elvix. There we go. About to reach Kolja. And then distance to Elvix is just shy of 100 miles. Very smooth flight this one so far, 38,000, nice and comfortable. I've noticed there are a lot of left and right turns going on mid-air. I mean, it's okay. I'm not too bothered as long as we stay on track. I mean, we are getting further away. That's why. So that's why the left and right turns are going on. So it's getting to a certain distance away. Let's see if we can work it out. And then there we go, it's making a left turn to go back, and then it will go over the flight path and then come back. So we're basically flying like that, which is going to cost a lot of time. So let's do a direct to there. Ooh, fancy line. Let's see if it does it again, if we get further away. It does already look like it is spacing. Yeah, it's not able to keep on this line. Never mind. So yeah, you can already see we're drifting away from the line. We're going to come back, and it's just going to continue this little zigzag all the way up. It is what it is. It's okay. So the weather is pretty closed in. Remember, it's actually night time here. For those of you that don't know, we are over Europe. So it is actually night time anyway, so we wouldn't see much, but the weather's closed in as well. I mean, it might mean we get a nice descent if the weather continues. Okay, so we're going pretty far off the flight path there. Not making a turn towards it at the moment. That's fine, as long as we... If we fly off it, it's not a problem. As long as we hit the correct waypoints, that's the issue. Now that's interesting. Why are we making a right turn there? Okay, it is, but it doesn't look like it's supposed to be that violent. It should be like that. Let's see what the next one is then. Elvix and then route. Oh, that's not right either. Okay, so we're probably going to have to add some information in here. Alright, let's get straight on this. Bed. Yeah. Let's delete route straight away. So we've got Evbed, Demir. Should have checked the route. So here's another problem. Not correctly uploading from SimBrief. Oh, that didn't go in. There we go. Demir. Deagle. is. And then it's Golan and Kubat. So let's go Golan. Oh, execute, next page, and Kubat with a K. Oh, come on. K-U-B-A-T, Kubat. Oh, come on. It's killing me. There we go. So now that should look a little more correct. Oh dear. Okay, Golan needs deleting. We'll get rid of Golan. There we go. It was Golan. I think I put in the Golan Heights. So Golan, G-O-L-E-N before Kubat. There it is. Fantastic. Should have checked that earlier, but never mind. Approaching Elvix. 11 miles to Elvix. Still a controller on. We're just about approaching Swedish mainland. See, we're just passing over it now. That's southern tip. And then we'll skirt along the coast towards Denmark. Into Germany here, and then into Netherlands. Little right turns as it was before. Okay, so we're cruising in, still south of Switzerland. The Twitch Authority, thanks for the follow. So you can, I said Switzerland, I meant Sweden. We're south of Sweden. So there we are, that's us very close to leaving Swedish airspace actually and heading to Danish airspace. But we'll only be in Danish airspace for this short period, then we'll be in German. And then on our way towards Amsterdam. Good news, not really, bad news. Amsterdam radar has gone offline. There's still a tower controller there at the moment, but I don't think it'll be there much longer. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so believe it or not, although the time is approaching 40 minutes there at the top, it won't be that long until we start descending. I'll start doing some maths, but we need to be at 26,000. If we get the chart up again, 26,000 by eel. We're at 38 at the moment. Difference of 12. So 36 miles from Eel. No, it was 15 miles, so 36. So 51 miles. Took me too long. 51 miles from Eel, we need to be descending. Let's have a look. So yeah, Kubat there is 16 miles to Eel. So 35 miles from Kubat is where we need to descend. It'll come quickly, it will come quickly. 35 miles from Kubat. I know, we're flying, mate, we're flying. Ground speed 489. I want to be right on the line there. Okay, so as we hit Demir, that is our cross into Germany. Into German airspace anyway. And then it's a short hop, so I'll just show you on the map. We hit Demir, a short hop to Amsterdam, radar area, so airspace. Into Eel, be 26,000 by there. Remember, we need to descend 35 miles before Kubat, so Golan is there. Let's see how long that is. 64, I mean it says it there anyway. And we'll need to descend 35 miles before Kubat, which is that one. So around about there probably. Start the descent to get to 26,000 by Eel. And then we need to be 10,000 by R-tip, and then just work our own way into descent there. I'm going to have a quick look at the ATIS for EHAM. Landing runway is now 18 right. Oh dear. Things are going to have to change a bit. Let's have a look. So 18 right. Let's see what the arrivals process would be. It's still Eel and Eel 1 Bravo, so that's okay. It's just the runway is going to be 18 right. Let's just get in the departures and arrivals. EL1 Bravo, and now it's ILS 18 right, so let's have a look. There is. Execute. Get rid of that discontinuity. It's not letting me, okay. EH621. Let's just have a look at this here. So this is going to have to change now up here to 18 right. I think that's 18 right. Let's get rid of this one. Open the charts, approach. 18 right. Yeah, there it is. So that's 18 right there. The standard approach is to go through EHAM from RTIP, through the actual airport and then come round, but we're probably just going to go to the north. From RTIP to the north there. Pick it up. What's the level we pick it up at? 2000. Nice and low. Okay, no problem. Let's just check the waypoints are correct though. EH608. EH621, okay, yeah, that one's there. We'll make it, we'll make it. Let's just have a quick look on the map. It'll work. It'll be okay. Like I say, we'll make it work. Okay, so we are actually starting the turn now. We're into German airspace. Starting the southwesterly turn that will put us on a line towards the Netherlands. You see that there? Pretty much heading west there, and then this is a distinctly more southerly face. This is Germany, not Denmark anymore. Denmark ends there, there's the border. We are now in Germany. Heading south. Pretty soon we'll be over the sea, and then we'll briefly be over Germany again up until this point here. But we're going to have to descend soon. After Golan, we are going to have to start our descent. Amsterdam Tower still online. So we may get a bit of cover, just a little bit, if he stays online. It's still a while to go yet, really. 27 minutes, 30 minutes, if he sticks around. We'll have it. Three miles to Deagle. And then 50 to Golan after that. And then after Golan, we're only going to get about 30 miles after Golan and then start the descent. I'm going to do it on V speed, feet per minute. Probably going to be about 2,200, maybe a little bit more. Get us down to 26,000, 15 kilometers before, 15 miles before Eel, roughly. There or thereabouts. $26,000 won't quite put us in below the cloud level, I don't think. Probably about 15 there. We'll see though, you never know. Might be some higher clouds. It's that low fuel warning, I've probably been able to ignore that the whole time. I don't know if there's a way I can clear those or not. Probably not, no. That's a shame. Let's clear it there, it's annoying me. So yeah, it won't be long, we'll get the descent in. Landing speed's down as 160 at the moment. I don't know if that's going to be a little fast. We'll see when we're when we are descending. Might be able to keep that as is. Make for an interesting landing, that's for sure. We'll see though. Let's have a quick look at the ASUS. Pretty much no wind, 6 knots. Info Echo 1009. And 4,500 as a transition level. Happy days. So Golan coming up here, 20 miles to go. 35 miles from Kubat we need to descend. Before that we do need to slow down, because obviously if we start descending now we'll just overspeed. Not long left now. Saying 22 minutes, it will be a little bit longer than that, but we are going to descend very soon. Down to 26,000 to start with, remember, by RTIP. And then from there, we're going to make our way down to 2,000 before we line up on the ILS. Shouldn't take too long at all. Going to circle to the north of Amsterdam. Wrong map. In fact, I can probably get rid of that VFR map, can't I now? There's no need for that to be on there. What else is up there? I need the checklist. I don't need that, but I can't get rid of that. Okay, so we're going to come in. I believe that's RTIP there. From RTIP, we're going to head north. Around Lelystad. The runway we're landing on is this one here, so this one right on the edge, outer edge of the airport. We're going to come around to the north and land on that runway there. Okay, just hitting Golan. 2 miles. Now remember, 35 miles to go, we need to descend. So about 40, maybe maybe more. We're gonna slow back on the speed. There we go, 64. So let's go for 45 miles from Kuban. We'll bring the speed down a bit. Then I'll start setting everything, all the altitude and that into the system. Then just wait for the 35 marker and we'll press that button. See another aircraft coming up there. Let's have a look what it is. Air Canada. He's at 38,000 as well. That's why he's come up on the TCAS. He's well away from us there. Getting a bit closer, might be close enough to get a traffic alert. Depends if it continues straight or comes towards us. So he's at our level, let's see if we can see him anywhere. What is he? 737, he'll appear as an A320, Air Canada. Right, distance to Cuba, we need to slow down. Let's bring it to 0.75, keep an eye out for this guy. There he is. Air Canada A320 there. He is flying from Alicante to Helsinki. 737. Air Canada 46 Lima November. That's awesome. Okay, we've slowed down. Let's get the altitude down to 26 there. Okay, V speed 0 for now. Need to speed up a little bit. Don't want to end the stall zone there. .35, let's go. Let's do 2,400 feet per minute. In fact, yeah, so it's going to go up and down, it's going to bounce all the way around, because it's gone straight to 2,800, which isn't what I asked for. 15 miles before Eel, remember, we want to be. So we'll keep an eye on it. It's probably going to end up before Cuba. Although it is still moving, that's okay. So 1,800 for now. 1,900. How far is it to Eel from Cuba? 16, okay. So we need to be down by Cuba, really. Yeah, we can do this. That's us now descending then into Amsterdam. I'll keep an eye on the little green banana. That'll tell us where we're going to hit the altitude that we're aiming for. Amsterdam traffic, KLM 1664, just into Bremen airspace now, descending down to 26,000 level by Cuba. Still looking good. Still got controllers on Amsterdam. bring that vertical speed up a bit. Try and get us down a bit sooner. Yeah, Fazza, it definitely did have contrails. Did you not see it? It was added about 2 updates ago. Aircraft above, I think it's 32,000, get contrails. Just to be in line with like realistic situations. I think it's like over a certain altitude you get contrails on the aircraft. It's really good. Really good. Yeah, you made it, Tonka. We're going down to 26,000 now. Needs to be leveled by Cuba, but it's been pushing up a bit. Let's get the seatbelts on. I'm expecting it to be a bit of a bumpy ride here as we start to go through this cloud. We'll see. Speed's creeping, that's fine. Let's get this on the other side. There we go, 16. 17 like. Oh, 17's nice as well. 16's the one though, that's where we're going to see Amsterdam Airport just about. Unless there's... Oh. Wow. I don't know, Tonka, we'll see, we'll see. Fingers crossed. It's it's been a while since I've landed in the 747, so we'll see. I'll try and keep the speed up until the last minute, so we'll try and make this nice and fast, descent-wise. Okay, we're down to 26, that's good. Into wheel, and then we need to be, next is 10,000 by R-tip. There's R-tip there. Let's see if that's setting. Yeah, 10,000 R-tip. You see that there. So let's get this down and we'll see if we can do a nice slow descent over time. We'll start at 1,000. Okay, 1,050, whatever. That might be about right. So obviously it's going to move down and closer. I'm happy to hit it before, obviously. That's increasing way too much now. 950. Let's get the speed up a bit. Amsterdam traffic descending now to 10,000 level by R-tip KLM 1664. Let's have a quick look at the ATIS, see if anything else has changed. 18 right still on. Okay, so I'm going to go .com 22119.2 because that is Amsterdam Tower. I know. .com 22119.225. There we go. We're not quite there yet, but when we do have this approach, that's going to pull us in. Nice cloud formations coming in here to the Netherlands now. We're just about into the Netherlands, crossed over from Germany. Got a right turn coming up ahead. That'll put us on routing towards the actual airport. Can increase the speed a little bit here. Get this time down more. Okay, we've got a right turn coming ahead, 7 miles away. So at 10,000 the seatbelt signs have to go on. But also the landing lights and all the rest of the lights ready for being on the ground have to come on as well. So I'm going to turn the landing lights on, the taxi lights on as soon as we've hit 10,000. Couple of aircraft inbound to Amsterdam, we're not the only ones. 2 more KLMs, there's an SAS behind us, so we've got to keep that speed up because otherwise they'll overtake us. At the moment we're about 20 knots faster than him, that may change, he's in an A20. Four on the ground ready to go, so they're going to be traffic for us. 3 inbound for landing with us. Turning all over, not sure why that's happening. Let's get direct to our tip in there. Get this right turn in. Remember, once we're at 10,000 and below, we just have to maintain 250 knots. Awesome, congratulations Tonka, welcome to VATSIM buddy. I honestly hope you really enjoy it because I love it, I think it's fantastic. So I do hope you enjoy it, mate. Okay, so we're going to be 10,000 by our tip, that's good. Amsterdam itself is up ahead, you can't actually see it, there's a large river here and it's just after that. Yeah, it's a shame there's not been controllers on all the way through, Tonka. You would have seen a lot more, but hopefully the tower controller at Amsterdam is still going to be on by the time I'm coming in for landing, and you'll be able to see some of the procedure there as well. Yeah, it is. Faz is right. It's amazing. I love it. Welcome, buddy. You're going to enjoy it. You're going to enjoy it. It's a learning experience as well. It really is. Great learning experience. Fantastic. Well, listen back to yourself. Probably a good thing to do. Start to see the detail of the Netherlands coming into view here. A few larger buildings. $15,000 now. I'm just gonna have to check that Navrad's gone in properly. For the ILS 110.1 is wrong at the moment. 110.1. Let's get that in. There it is. That could have been bad, but it's okay now. It's okay. It's because we had to change the approach, I'm sure. Yeah, fair enough. That seems worthwhile. Right, from Lelystad coming up, we're gonna keep the descent going down to 2,000. For I can't believe that just jumped from 2,600 to 0. Amsterdam traffic, KLM 1664, going to be vectoring from RTIP to line up for ILS runway 18 right. Going to vector from Lelystad to the north. We'll see how this turn goes, because this will probably put us on a correct turn here. Okay, let's get these lights on now. Something less to think about. Lights are on. See them there. Just about be 10,000 by RTIP. I'm going to hold this position because we'll be vectored in quite nicely there, to be honest. .2 is 2,000. EH620, have we got that one? We have 621. not going to risk it for a biscuit, and we'll just leave it on. Yeah, that's miles before, we'll be good. 2,000 by there. Spot on at the moment, we'll go a little bit more just to make sure. Amsterdam traffic descending now to 2,000, level before the ILS from R-tip to 18 right. So show you where we are. We've just passed Lelystad, we're going to the north. This flight path's actually pretty good, it'll take us right into 18 right. Line us up and then we'll hit the ILS lock. Need to bring the speed down there, I didn't notice that. Let's get some air brakes on here. So we need to be 250. Just have a look at the air brakes up on the external here. Nice, look at that. It moves like that. Lovely. Wing moves. 250 there. Keep a little bit of air brake on, just a little touch. Tonka, you can fly visually. Depends what aircraft you're in and where you're going. It depends what airport you're going to, what aircraft you're flying, and how high you're flying. All of that. So you can go. You still have to file a flight plan, but it doesn't have to be detailed. Use SimBrief for flight plans. It's really good. There's videos on it all, mate. There are videos on it all, so you can find it. But even if you just file a basic flight plan that says VFR circuits around this airfield, then the controller will be happy with that. They might do it for you as well. They may file your flight plan for you if it's as simple as that. Okay, we'll arm the speed brake now, just get it done early. We'll get the auto brake to 3. No, we'll make it 2. 2's okay. You can see it's already starting to pick up the localizer there. We don't need to press lock though until we're close to it. Altitude's way out at the moment. Let's have a look at some of these views. Should be able to see Amsterdam Airport pretty soon through the clouds. We're landing to the right of it, remember, so Amsterdam Airport's there, we're landing to the right. It's gonna be a long taxi as well. I think it's over a mile from the from runway 18 right into the gates. Long way. Amsterdam Tower has gone offline. Of course he has. Never mind. We nearly had a controller for landing. Not quite though. Okay, let's increase this descent a little bit. Oh, it's miles away. Here we go. Let's have a look. So that's the runway we're landing on there. Landing on that runway, and then we're going to have to taxi all the way across that runway to the terminal here. I think it's Alpha 9 area there. There's KLM. Yeah, it's a shame, mate. I always seem to catch them too late because I can only fly around this time, really. So I always seem to catch them a bit late. But never mind, it is what it is. Right, let's reduce the speed a little bit here. It's going to give me an overspeed warning. go flaps. Get down to 220. Speed brake on. Bring those flaps down a little bit more. I'll do it for now. Let's have a look at the flaps. There we go, lovely. Extending there. And this is going to put us onto the localizer. Basically, when we make this turn, I'm going to hit lock. The airport's out there. Can we see it? Yeah, there's a runway. A couple there as well. Once you're on that localizer, I'm going to slow it down. If we capture the glide slope, I can see the runway. I'm going to take autopilot off, and we'll come down manually. Should be starting the turn. Let's hit the localizer really then. Get us on there. Approach is activated by itself. Amsterdam traffic KLM 1664 established now on the localizer, runway 18 right. Okay, we'll keep the speed up. Still see all those aircraft there, 4 on the ground. 2 landing, 2 taking off. 10 miles to go. We'll bring the speed down. Take it to 170. And we'll go flaps to 25 degrees. And gear down. Beautiful. Just a little bit off here. Got a bit of wind, 30 knot crosswind here. That's going to turn us around now, yeah. Here comes the glide slope. Okay. Auto throttle off. Flaps full. Autopilot off. Okay, this is us full manual control now. Have to come over a little bit, keeping an eye on that glide slope and the speed as well. Pumping the throttle a little bit, don't want it to drop too much. Landing speed to be around 150, 155. Coming down a little too much, so I'm going to hit the throttle a little bit more to pull the nose up slightly. I don't pretend to be an expert here, I'm just telling you what I'm going to do. Coming over a bit too much, slight right. Still got a 12 knot crosswind there. Follow that glide slope down, watching those PAPI lights. PAPIs are saying we're good. 2 whites, 2 red. Amsterdam traffic, 2 mile final now, runway 18 right, KLM 1664. Bit of a turn in, winds dropped, 9 knots. Here we go then, watching those pappies, still 2 white and 2 red, that's perfect, that's what we want. Winds remaining at 9. Bringing the throttle down a little bit more. 50 feet, I'll go no throttle. Here we go. Throttle off. Floating a bit. Okay, welcome to Amsterdam, everybody. We're going to take this next left here. It seems a little floaty. It really does look a little floaty. Thanks a lot, Fazek. Thank you very much. Amsterdam traffic clear of runway 18 right now, taxi into the gates, KLM 1664. Thanks, Tonka. Thank you very much, mate. Been a while since I've landed the 747. It did start to float at the end there, but never mind. Okay, so we're going to taxi to the gates now. We've got a long way to go. The flaps should be working their way up slowly. There is another aircraft coming in behind us, so I do want to get out of his way. One thing I do want to do is I want to get the APU started. We can lose the landing lights now. Keep everything else on.
PC3, Mike, taking off runway 24 and deck 1, service departure.
Taxiing quite fast, but it's a long way to go. It is a long way to go. So here we go. Welcome to Amsterdam, everyone. If you are watching for the first time, please don't forget to hit that follow button or subscribe button, depending where you're watching. If you're on Facebook, you want to hit the follow button. If you're on YouTube, hit subscribe. Same with Twitch. Follow on there. I do try and stream as regularly as I can. At the moment, I am pretty much exclusively streaming flight sim, especially since the update seems to be working again with all the things coming through. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to taxi to the gate. It is a long taxi. Feel free to stay with me. If not, I hope you enjoyed the stream, guys. But this is going to be the last stream of the night, so for those of you that do stick with me, thank you very much, and I hope you've enjoyed it. I certainly have. Nice flight from Moscow to Amsterdam Schiphol in the KLM 747 using 747 Salty747 mod. Okay, just need to slow down a little bit here because this gets a bit bumpy, this bit. Does get a bit bumpy here. This is a really badly modelled bit of Schiphol Airport. Down the hill and up the hill. There we go. I'm pretty sure that should be a bridge. Kevin, thank you very much for the follow, buddy. Appreciate it. Let's have a quick look out the window, shall we? It was 17 that was the one, wasn't it? There we go, that's a good one. Before we run off, we'll go back to the cockpit. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to go straight ahead here. And we're going to cross runway 18 centre, so I'll have to give a traffic alert for that. Skip all traffic, crossing runway 18 centre now, KLM 1664. So we've been on Unicom the whole flight pretty much, apart from takeoff, which is a shame. There was just no controllers online, and the ones that were online were leaving as I got to their airspace. Such is the way. But never mind. Okay, so we're going right ahead. The fuel problem wasn't really a problem. We saw there we had plenty of fuel. It was just telling me I had low fuel, I think, because those tanks are 12. It must be below a certain amount is counted as low fuel. It was absolutely fine, not a problem at all. So it is what it is. Yeah, they must have thought it wasn't going to go too well. Right, okay, we've got to use the inner taxiway here, so it's not this first left, it's the second left. You see a KLM over there as well. Nice. I am taxiing quite fast. Don't want to taxi too fast. Keep it a little bit realistic, but yeah, I'm going quite fast. Faster than I should be. Very laggy on the ground there. No lag spikes on approach though, which is the main thing that Sim Update 5 supposedly fixed, so that was good to see. We did have a nosedive almost though, it was like diving towards the ground. Don't forget guys, if you have got Flight Sim and you are using the 747, the Salty747 mod is the only way to fly this aircraft. The standard Asobo 747 is not worth even considering. I promise you, you will not regret downloading the freeware Salty747. Get that in your community folder, play the aircraft how it's supposed to be flown. Absolutely free. They have a GitHub page, it's available on there. Recommend joining their Discord, you'll be told when updates are out then. Okay, so I am going to the KLM terminal. So we're going to go right here and then taxi all the way along past the other gates. I'm not sure exactly which gate I want. I'll just choose any that's in the heavy zone, but here you go, you can see the other KLM aircraft coming up here. Pretty sure this first one is in the wrong place, it should be on the other side of that terminal, I think. I might be wrong, but...
Traffic, Scandinavian 430 is clear for runway 18 right.
I'm gonna follow the second one. So those gates are too small for me. I'm going to go round to the right. I think he's in the right place actually. I'm going in the wrong place now, but we'll see. We'll go all the way round to the right here. We'll have some larger gates. Big enough for us anyway. The first lot of gates probably would have been alright. think Delta 12 is going to be the one, right on the corner there. Or maybe Delta 2 at the end. Yeah, we'll go Delta 2, Delta 12's not quite long enough. In fact, the one after Delta 12's long enough. Delta 10. We'll go Delta 10. Not sure what's going on with all this dust. It's annoying. But never mind, I wouldn't see that in reality, would I? Okay, we're going to swing around here now. A tight turn to the right to get into this gate, and I'm going to turn APU on. Getting quite laggy here on the ground at Amsterdam. Is what it is. Amsterdam's always been a laggy one. And here we are, gate number 10, Delta 10, at Amsterdam Schiphol. Okay, let's engines off. Alright, welcome to Amsterdam everybody. 2 hours 46 minutes 55 seconds total flight time. That is not the aircraft that I had. Never mind. Okay, so we've arrived here in Amsterdam Schiphol. I hope you did enjoy that stream, guys. I did enjoy it, and it's always nice to fly from new places. I've not flown, I don't think I've flown from Moscow before. If I have, I certainly haven't done it for a long time. So it was really nice to do. Had VATSIM controllers on the ground in Moscow and for takeoff. But then we were on Unicom all the way. Unfortunately, controllers just leaving left, right and centre because it is night time. That's the way it is. So yeah, guys, if you did enjoy that, please do hit that follow button or subscribe button depending where you're watching. And I will catch you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye bye.